Christmas is past, but as we get deeper into the new year, should we be making other gifts to save money, or does gifting actually cost us more money? Here to talk about the gift tax and tell us the facts and fiction is my law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hey, Lori.
So as everybody probably knows, Congress passed this new tax law last year, part of which increased the federal estate tax exemption to like $11.2 million per person. What does that have to do with gift taxes?
Well, first of all, none of this is really relevant to anyone unless they're super wealthy to have this amount of money. So the federal estate tax and the gift tax, they run on the same standard. They're together. So you can not only pass away and give away $11.2 million free of estate tax, but you can give away $11.2 million free of gift tax, or a combination. So if you gave someone $2 million, you'd still have this $9.2 million of estate tax exemption to exempt your estate from estate taxes.
Okay, but then what about this $10,000 a year thing that everybody talks about that you can do?
Yeah, everyone always mixes that up. That's the annual exclusion. It used to be $10,000. It's adjusted for inflation over the years. In 2018, it's $15,000, and you can give away $15,000 per person without dipping into that large exemption. So, for example, let's say you have 5 children, 10 grandchildren, 15 people. You can give $15,000 each one. The math works out to be $225,000 without filing a gift tax return and without dipping into that massive exemption.
Do you pay any gift taxes?
No, no gift taxes.
How about income taxes?
Okay, well, that's a good question. So when you give away money, there's no income tax, and when you receive it, there's no income tax. So it's a good deal both ways.
Okay, but what about if it's some kind of appreciated asset, that basis that you have to worry about for income tax purposes? How does that play into this?
Okay, so let's say you bought some stock at $1 and it grew to $10,000. You sell it, you can pay capital gains typically. You give it to the kids and they sell it, they're going to pay capital gains. But, if they hold on to the stock until they pass away, mom and dad, death is the last income tax loophole. All the capital gains are wiped out. So if they die and the stock, let's say they bought stock from a bank at $1 a share and it grew to $10 a share. They have 2 shares, it's worth $20. They sell it, they pay capital gains. They die holding it, all the capital gains are wiped out and the kids can sell it with no income tax.
So part of gifting is, even though there's no income tax or gift tax, you got to think about those kind of taxes too.
Right, you have to think about taxes, and then also you have to think about the Medicaid rules we talk about all the time here. If you give money away, the $15,000, even though there's no tax problem, as you know, remember we talked about the 5-year look-back rule, that could impact your ability to qualify for Medicaid. So you always have to think about that.
Lots of things to think about. Any other words of wisdom?
Well, there's one again, if you're the super wealthy, this $11.2 million exemption disappears after 2025 and goes back to the super wealthy $5.49 million exemption. I wouldn't worry about that till the year 2025, because in the past, Congress always addresses that sort of thing at the last minute.
All right. Well, interesting tips on gift taxes. Are you still in gift-giving mode after the holidays? There are ways to give without receiving a tax issue. Follow Mike's tips for ways to give without receiving a tax issue. And if you have more questions, give Mike a call. The number's next.
Call Solomon, Steiner and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information, or to schedule a speaker for your organization, or log on to www.ssnplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us today. Until next week, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
If you'd like to join our kitchen conversation, visit our website, www.goldenopportunities.tv. Like us on Facebook. Call us at 440-742-GO-TV or email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv. We'd love to hear from you.
Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.